Am I the only one who just found out evolution has a crab obsession? Seriously, it's like every time you turn around in the animal kingdom, there's another creature that's decided, you know what, I think I'll be a crab today. It's almost as if evolution has a favorite template, and that template is, without a doubt, the crab. But why? Why does nature keep coming back to this one particular body plan over and over again across millions of years and countless different species? It's not just a weird coincidence, there's actually a fascinating story behind it, and it's one that scientists have been puzzling over for decades. So let's dive into the world of crabs and find out why evolution just can't seem to get enough of them. Seriously, it keeps hitting copy-paste on the crab design. If you look at the diversity of crabs out there, it's almost comical. There are crabs that live in the ocean, crabs that scuttle across sandy beaches, crabs that climb trees, and even crabs that have adapted to freshwater rivers and lakes. Some are tiny, barely the size of your fingernail, while others, like the Japanese spider crab, can have legs that stretch over 12 feet from tip to tip. And yet, despite all this variety, they all share that unmistakable crabby look, a broad flat body, a tough exoskeleton, and those iconic sideways walking legs. It's as if evolution just can't resist the urge to remix the crab form again and again in every possible environment. Let's talk about why everything wants to be a crab. So, what's carcinization? This is the scientific term for a phenomenon that's both hilarious and mind-blowing, the repeated evolution of crab-like forms from non-crab ancestors. In other words, totally unrelated animals keep evolving to look and act like crabs, even though their ancestors were nothing like crabs at all. It's one of the best examples of what scientists call convergent evolution, where different species independently evolve similar traits because those traits are just so darn useful. Carcinization is like nature's version of a greatest hits album. No matter where you start, you end up with a crabby remix. It's when evolution turns totally unrelated sea creatures into crabs. Imagine you're a shrimp, minding your own business, scuttling along the ocean floor. Over millions of years, your descendants start to change. Maybe your body gets flatter, your legs get stronger, your shell gets tougher. Eventually, you don't look much like a shrimp anymore. You look like a crab, and you're not alone. This has happened not just once, but multiple times in completely separate groups of crustaceans. It's as if the universe is running a simulation, and every time it hits randomized, the answer comes up: crab. Yep, crabs are so cool. Evolution keeps reinventing them, like nature's ultimate remix. Take the king crab, for example. You might think it's just a really big, fancy crab, but it's actually more closely related to hermit crabs than to true crabs. Then there's the porcelain crab, which isn't a true crab either, but has evolved to look and act just like one. Even some species of hermit crabs have ditched their borrowed shells and gone full crab mode. It's like there's a secret club and everyone wants in on the crab action. The result? A world full of creatures that look like crabs, but aren't actually closely related at all. King crabs, porcelain crabs, even some hermit crabs, they all started off not as crabs, but they ended up looking crabby anyway. It's a classic case of convergent evolution, where different lineages independently arrive at the same solution to life's challenges. For king crabs, the journey from their hermit crab ancestors involved losing the need for a borrowed shell and developing a hard, protective exoskeleton of their own. Porcelain crabs, on the other hand, evolved from squat lobsters, but you'd never guess it by looking at them. And hermit crabs? Some have taken the crabby plunge so far that they barely resemble their shell-carrying cousins anymore. It's as if the universe keeps asking, what's the best way to be a crustacean? And the answer, time and time again, is be a crab. Why? The crab shape is like the Swiss Army knife of the ocean. Tough shell, great at squeezing into tight spots, and always ready for a scuttle. Think about it. A flat, compact body lets crabs slip into crevices and hide from predators. Their hard exoskeleton acts like natural armor, protecting them from everything from hungry fish to crashing waves. And those sideways legs, perfect for quick getaways and navigating rocky terrain. It's a design that's both versatile and efficient, allowing crabs to thrive in all kinds of environments, from coral reefs to muddy riverbanks to the open ocean. No wonder evolution keeps coming back to it. It just works. It's happened at least 5 separate times, that's right. Scientists have identified at least 5 distinct occasions when different groups of crustaceans have independently evolved into crab-like forms, and that's just the ones we know about. Who knows how many more crabby convergences are out there, waiting to be discovered? Each time, the process follows a similar pattern. A long-bodied ancestor gradually becomes shorter and wider. The tail tucks under the body, and the legs become more specialized for walking sideways. The result? Another member of the crab club ready to take on the world with its new, improved body plan. No wonder the internet jokes, everything becomes a crab. It's become a meme for a reason. There's something both hilarious and oddly comforting about the idea that no matter how weird or different life gets, it all seems to end up looking like a crab eventually. People have made endless jokes, cartoons, and even songs about the crabification of the animal kingdom. It's a running gag that's rooted in real science, and it speaks to the power of convergent evolution to shape life in surprising ways. The next time you see a crab meme online, just remember, there's a deep evolutionary truth behind the punchline. It's nature's weirdest running gag, because apparently being a crab is just peak evolution. But what does peak evolution really mean? It doesn't mean that crabs are the most advanced or perfect creatures on Earth. Instead, it means that the crab body plan is an incredibly successful solution to the challenges of life in the ocean. It's a form that's been tested and refined by natural selection over and over again, in different places and times. And each time it's proven itself to be a winner. Crabs are survivors, adapters, and innovators. They're the ultimate example of how evolution can take different paths to arrive at the same destination. But let's dig a little deeper into why the crab shape is so effective. For starters, that tough exoskeleton isn't just for show, it's a powerful defense against predators. Crabs can withstand attacks that would crush or pierce softer-bodied animals. Their claws are versatile tools, used for everything from cracking open shells to fending off rivals to delicate grooming. And their ability to blend into their surroundings, whether it's by burrowing into sand or camouflaging among rocks and seaweed, makes them masters of survival. The crab's compact body also means it can fit into tight spaces, giving it access to food and shelter that other animals can't reach. All these features add up to a creature that's perfectly adapted to a wide range of environments, and it's not just adult crabs that benefit from this design. Even crab larvae, tiny, planktonic versions of their adult selves, are built for survival. They drift with the currents, feeding and growing until they're ready to settle down and transform into their final crabby form. The process of molting, where a crab sheds its old shell and grows a new one, allows it to keep growing and adapting throughout its life. Young crabs are adventurous explorers, testing out new habitats and learning the skills they'll need to survive as adults. It's a life cycle that's as fascinating as it is effective. And it's another reason why the crab form keeps popping up in nature. The story of crabs goes back hundreds of millions of years. Fossil evidence shows that crab-like creatures have been scuttling around since the Jurassic period, and maybe even earlier. Over time, different groups of crustaceans have experimented with the crab form, sometimes succeeding, sometimes going extinct, but the basic blueprint has remained remarkably consistent. Scientists study these ancient crabs to learn more about how and why carcinization happens and what it can tell us about the forces that shape life on Earth. Every fossil is a clue, a piece of the puzzle that helps us understand the incredible journey of the crab. Today, crabs are found all over the world, from the warmest tropical seas to the coldest polar waters, and even in some of the most unexpected places like city parks and storm drains. Their adaptability is legendary. Some species can survive out of water for days at a time, while others have developed specialized gills that let them breathe air. There are crabs that live in trees, crabs that dig burrows, and crabs that hitch rides on other animals. Wherever you go, chances are there's a crab nearby, quietly going about its business. It's a testament to the power of the crab design and to the endless creativity of evolution. Crabs aren't just tough and adaptable, they're also surprisingly smart. Many species have complex social behaviors, using gestures and body language to communicate with each other. Some crabs form large groups, working together to find food or defend their territory. Others engage in elaborate courtship rituals, waving their claws or drumming on the ground to attract mates. Their eyes, perched on stalks, give them a wide field of vision, helping them spot danger from all directions. And their brains, though small, are capable of learning and remembering important information. It's just one more reason why the crab form has been so successful. Another amazing thing about crabs is their ability to heal and regenerate. If a crab loses a claw or a leg, it can grow a new one over time. This ability to bounce back from injury is a huge advantage in the rough-and-tumble world of the ocean. Crabs also take care of themselves, cleaning their shells and repairing damage as needed. It's a level of resilience that few other animals can match, and it's another reason why the crab form keeps coming out on top. Crabs play a vital role in their ecosystems. They're both predators and prey, helping to keep populations of other animals in check. They scavenge dead plants and animals, recycling nutrients and keeping their habitats clean. And of course, they're an important food source for countless creatures, including humans. From sushi to crab cakes, these crustaceans have found their way onto dinner plates around the world. But their impact goes far beyond the kitchen. They're key players in the health and balance of the environments they call home. Scientists are still learning new things about crabs every day. From their genetics to their behavior to their role in the environment, there's always more to discover. Conservationists are working to protect crab populations from threats like pollution, habitat loss, and overfishing. And educators are inspiring the next generation of scientists by introducing kids to the wonders of the crab world. It's a reminder that even the most familiar creatures can hold endless mystery, waiting to be explored. So, the next time you see a crab, whether it's scuttling across the sand, hiding in a tide pool, or starring in your favorite meme, take a moment to appreciate the incredible journey that brought it there. Crabs are living proof that evolution is both creative and relentless, always searching for new ways to solve old problems. And who knows? Maybe, in the grand scheme of things, we could all learn a thing or two from the humble crab. Like and subscribe for more bite-sized science.